Hey everybody, welcome to Down Home Backyard Gardening. Now right behind me here are the 2 spoon tomato plants that I had going for the Single Seed Challenge 2022. Now one plant, Moonlight, was mine that I named, and then the other one was named Star Bright. That was the name given by a 2nd grade classroom from last school year. I brought that plant home, planted it right here beside my plant, and as you can see, they are huge. All of this are just 2 tomato plants. They've taken up half this bed. But hey, today's the day. Today is the day that they come out. So with a heavy heart, let's do this. I will say, look what we got right here. Look at that right there. Okay, so before I take out the plants and free up this entire area for the fall garden, why don't we take a look back and see how we got to this point. Let's start from the very beginning and then come all the way forward to today. For Single Seed Challenge 2022. I was going through this catalog, which I have mentioned in a past video, and on page 478, I found a tomato that's called a spoon tomato. Here it is. I am incredibly excited to try this because if you look really closely, the tomatoes fit inside a spoon. All these tomatoes are about the size of peas. Yes, peas. What this spoon tomato lacks in size, it makes up for in flavor. This variety packs tons of bold, classic red, tangy tomato flavor, which is another reason why it is a kid favorite. Miss Rendon's class is going to do their own Single Seed Challenge spoon tomato. All right, hey, today's the day. Today is the day we're doing the Single Seed Challenge 2022 right here on Down Home Backyard Gardening. I've been excited for this and I'm ready to rock and roll. How about you guys? Let's do it. Now, I'm also going to do a Single Seed Challenge for a great group of 2nd graders at a local elementary school, Snyder Elementary, which is right up the road from where I live. They want to do a Single Seed Challenge also. And they have decorated their cup and they are ready to go. So I'm going to start my Single Seed Challenge here for Down Home Backyard Gardening, and I'm going to start their Single Seed Challenge for them here also today. Okay, so as you can see, these seeds are super tiny. So what you want to do when you're picking your seed is pick the seed that you feel in your gut looks the best. Now these all kind of look the same to me, and they are so small I am going to have to use tweezers on them. But you know what? I'm going to just do these 2 seeds right here. Let's just do these 2 right there. So one will become the Single Seed Challenge for the 2nd grade classroom, and one will become my Single Seed Challenge here in Down Home Backyard Gardening. Hey everybody, I'm going to do the 2nd update for the Single Seed Challenge right now. Now, if y'all saw the short from the other day, I had already told everyone that the 2nd grade classroom Single Seed Challenge seed was growing. Now I would like to introduce everyone watching this to Moonlight. That is the name of this plant that the classroom came up with. And they also decided this is a she. So everybody, here is Moonlight. And she is already starting to grow her first set of true leaves. All right, everybody, so today is going to be Single Seed Challenge 2022 for here in Down Home Backyard Gardening, update number 3. For those of you that have been following this channel, you know that I also am doing a Single Seed Challenge for a 2nd grade class for an elementary school right up the road from me. And their single seed is doing great, to the point that it's actually above the rim of the cup. All right, hey everyone, I have not done a Single Seed Challenge update for my single seed challenge in quite a while. Everything I've been doing has been geared toward Moonlight, the second grade classroom's single seed challenge. So right now I want to talk about my single seed challenge, because here in a week they're going in the ground. They're going to get planted. He and his sister Moonlight, which we will talk about in a minute, will be in this bed right here behind me. This will be their spot. What I did...
Warning!
Yeah. Moonlight decided to take a field trip. So why don't we sit back and see her field trip she decided to go on.
Did somebody come in our room? What in the world?
What?
What is this?
It's Moonlight!
Oh my gosh!
Please don't
How
scream.
did this kid, did y'all know anything about this?
No.
Give me 5. Give me 5. Did anybody see somebody walk in here with this?
No.
Y'all, we gotta pay more attention. I didn't. How did this get here? We have to.
Probably yesterday after lunch.
Okay, let's have a seat.
I might
real
have
quick.
saw Mr. Chad this morning.
Emma.
All right, as y'all can see right there, Moonlight went to meet the second grade classroom today. I got to hear a little bit of her being introduced to the classroom, and I have to say, in all seriousness, it absolutely touched me right here, and I teared up. Now, I absolutely love seeing joy or hearing joy on people, on kids' faces. Their excitement, which I was able to show just the voices and the excitement. Couldn't show any faces, obviously, for a billion reasons, and I wouldn't do that anyway. But the joy that you could hear in that clip absolutely touched my heart. Those kiddos were so excited and to see their plant. So today, let's go put our single seed challenge plants in the ground. Hey everybody, single seed challenge update number 7. This is Moonlight right here. She's already starting to grow flowers, which means tomatoes won't be far behind. And if you remember, when I planted her about a week ago, her and her brother, right there, Star Bright, right there. When I planted her, I put this little clip on, and she was only to about right there where my finger is. So you can see how much she's grown in about a week. Single seed challenge update, because honestly it's time, and her class's single seed challenge is Moonlight, mine is Star Bright, and they are huge. So
Let's do it. Let's just dance.
what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. I love this. I'm actually here. This is the place that it all happens.
It is
Well, actually, it's not.
Well,
right out there.
everybody ready?
All right, let's do it. And you're gonna be shocked at how big the plants have gotten. So
I'm already like, ah!
and she hasn't seen them actually
I
in
can
the
see
ground.
it from here.
Yep. So here we go. Okay, so as we come in, this entire plant is Star Bright, and then this entire plant over here is Moonlight. Look real close here. For those that don't know what a spoon tomato is, basically they are the size of peas or small marbles, and they can fit in a spoon.
They get their
Hence
name.
the name spoon tomatoes, because they're really small.
You know what's amazing, Mr. Chad, is that we saw this start from one little seed. Like, that's one little seed. That's like, I think I'm more like, this whole experience is amazing because I'm in a yard where we see this video, we get this little seed, it grows in my classroom, and it's here, and I'm going to take like the harvest tomorrow. That is so cool. Like, this whole experience, boys and girls, is amazing. I love it. Love it.
Now, I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Scott Head at Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. Sir, this is exactly why I love this challenge so much, because like she just said, the students can see what one seed can do and produce and become. And it's just an amazing teaching experience.
It is.
And for any other teachers that are watching this video or any of the other single seed challenge videos, please get on board. Start that process of joy of wanting to grow in a child's heart, in their mind, and it will produce down the road. Maybe not right away, but that seed will always be there, pun intended. Now, if y'all remember, my single seed challenge and the second grade classroom single seed challenge are both tomato plants, spoon tomatoes to be exact. And these things have just gone absolutely crazy as far as growing. Let's check it out. Now, as you can see, this entire side of this raised bed are the spoon tomatoes. Let me come around to the side here. Now, some of the branches aren't looking the best because it is 103 degrees here today in Houston. But you can see how green everything is. It's still alive, but they're not producing because of the heat. But they're doing very good. Now, as a recap, this plant is the second grade classroom's plant, Moonlight. And this one beside it is my single seed challenge spoon tomato plant that I named Star Bright. So why are these plants still here if they're not producing tomatoes? Well, they're not dead yet. And the whole point of the single seed challenge is to document the entire life cycle of one seed. Not sowing a whole bunch of seeds, but just one seed that you pick out. So my thought process is this. I think once the heat goes away and it gets cooler, back down into the 80s, I believe these plants, these tomato plants, will continue, or not continue, will start producing flowers again. I think. We're gonna find out. But that is why they're still here. Okay, so how fun was that, right? We just went through about 11 months worth of time out here on these two plants. And again, if y'all don't know what the single seed challenge is, check out the playlist. I'll put it right here on the single seed challenge 2022. But to sum it up really quick for those who have never heard of the single seed challenge, basically it is a challenge to show and to document the life cycle of one seed, just one that you pick of any plant, perennial, annual, it doesn't matter, but you document that one plant's entire life cycle. So an annual is probably more is probably a better plant to use for this challenge, but it's an amazing teaching tool, which is what I've turned this challenge into. And with the help of a teacher who saw the value in this challenge, she has turned her classrooms for the last couple years into really loving gardening, loving the joy of gardening. And as you saw in that clip, or better yet, as you heard in that one clip, the excitement of the students when their single seed challenge actually showed up to their classroom and got to spend a day or two with them last year. So for the adults out there, let me just say this. I feel that it is incredibly important to to plant that seed of growing, that joy of growing in kiddos, and to expose them to this amazing gift of gardening and growing. So that's what I do. That's what I have been doing every year with the Single Seed Challenge, and I will continue doing this. So if y'all do enjoy watching these videos, by all means, please share them, and then share them again. Okay, so I know what you're gonna say. Chad, for the last couple months or so, you've been saying, hey, you wanna wait till fall for the plants to come back alive and start producing flowers and fruit. Yes, that is exactly what I have wanted to happen, and it has happened. And they are producing fruit, but not to the level that they were in spring. And because of that reason, and that reason only, it's time for them to come out. One thing that we as gardeners have to remember, I am totally guilty of this, is I kind of get attached to certain plants. Especially when you spend so much time and energy on a plant, or like with these two plants here, on those seeds. You kind of get attached. And I have to break myself of that. I do want to say one thing. I cannot believe how big those two plants are. Now they are still producing, not a lot. They are growing still, because as you can see, they're putting back on the leaves that those doggone hornworms ate off. But they're not producing the way that I need them to produce, considering the amount of real estate that they're taking up. So we are going to get this party started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the base of both plants, and I'm going to leave the root system intact. I am not pulling it all out. We'll let the root system decay in place, because that root system already has the highways of mycorrhizal fungi and earthworms and all that down in the soil. So I don't want to disturb that. But we are going to take the top off. Underneath the two plants are pepper plants, basil plants. I'll be honest, I don't even remember everything that I planted over here. So when I pull these out, we're going to see just what's under there and pretty much leave that, but open up a lot of space to be able to plant for fall. All right, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest. Throughout the entire season of 2022, I never pruned these plants. I just let them grow naturally, because I kind of wanted to see what they would do, and I kind of enjoy that. Because with most tomato plants, you need to single vine them up a trellis, and you'll get more fruit that way. But with these, because they were putting on so much fruit in spring, I just let them go. And you can see what letting them go does. I mean, that is huge. Look at all of that. That's crazy. And I've been pulling off spoon tomatoes that haven't ripened yet constantly through the last few minutes while I'm pulling this out. Okay, so this is what's left behind. As you can see, we have a massive purple basil here, regular green basil. All of this area now, once I clean it up, is all completely open to fall crops. I have this massive pepper plant here with these peppers on them that I never even saw. Those are poblano peppers, and I never saw those in there. So I have to stake these up so they're strong. But look at these peppers I never saw. Moonlight and Star Bright are gone, but they are not forgotten. Okay, everybody, so that's the video. I hope you enjoyed this send-off video, this finale video for Single Seed Challenge 2022 here on Down Home Backyard Gardening. Again, the teaching aspect of this challenge just touches my heart so much when there are so many kiddos that have been watching these videos, have gone home, planted their own crops, and get excited when they are growing stuff. The teacher who you saw in the video recap, Miss Rendon, she tells me almost every day, once, twice, 3 times a week, that she's got kiddos coming by her classroom excited about what they're growing. And it's all from you all supporting this channel and this challenge. So 2022 is over for this challenge, but 2023 is right around the corner, and I've got some ideas for that one. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be pretty excited about next year's single seed challenge. If y'all have some ideas of what you all are gonna grow, please put them down in the comments. If you have been inspired to start your own single seed challenge in 2023, drop it in the comments. Talk to us about what you're gonna plant, what you're thinking of growing. The community here on YouTube for gardening is absolutely amazing. I love it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So hey, before I end this video, if you all have not subscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so. Just click that little icon in the bottom right corner, then hit the bell so you're always notified whenever I upload videos. Check out the social media sites that I'm putting up right here. I'm on all of them, I think. Hey, also go over to farmersdefense.com. Right now in October, they are in the fight against breast cancer, and they are producing sleeves. 10% of the profit from those sleeves are going back to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So by all means, go over there, check out the site, and hey, and check out, type in backyard 10, save you some money right there. All right, everyone, so from the bottom of my heart, God bless. Thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you to think about 2023. And hey, until next time, shine bright and harvest hard. Bye. Community here on Facebook. The community here on YouTube for gardening is absolutely amazing. I love it. I guess I should move everything out of the way. Oh man. If you all have not subscribed to the channel and you're considering doing so, please do so.